All right, so January is our annual abundance program. We do this every year. We've been doing it for a number of years. We started it last week. The very first week of January, I did A World That Works for Everyone, which I'm going to be doing the first Sunday of every month, all year long. So every first Sunday will be something about the world that works for everyone. And then the rest of the month will be whatever that theme is. So the abundance theme we began last week, we decided to call it Expanding Our Containers. And if the people who are on the team would please stand for a moment so that everyone can see who helped pull this all together. Dennis, because Dennis is off singing somewhere else. This group of people helped me pull this whole thing together. We put our heads together, we visioned, and we planned, and this is what we came up with. So why we do this program every single year, the first and foremost, is to educate us about the spiritual truth about abundance. Because the world at large, our parents, our financial institutions, do not teach us the truth. They teach us fear, they teach us lack and limitation. Everywhere you look, you turn on the TV, you listen to politicians, it's fear, it's lack, it's limitation. It's why you should, whatever. It's just so much fear. And it's just a lie. On the world of effect, we live with, money and resources and human beings and things that sometimes push our buttons or seem to limit us. But this philosophy says, don't look to the effects of the world for your answers. Look to the greater source. And so we do this to remind us to look to the greater source, to look to that one power that has created everything. Remember, we teach that God is not a man in the sky that we have to please. We teach that God is the one source that has created everything, and everything's already available to us. And we're the ones who get to remember. So we do it to educate, to remember, to inspire, and to hopefully teach us all to live more abundant lives. Now, abundance. What do I mean by abundance? Last week I showed you all these beautiful pictures of abundance. Here we go. This is abundance. And this. And this. And this. Easy to see it in nature, isn't it? And this. Color. This.
That looks like the yellow brick road.
Look at all the people. Fun, huh? And this. The ocean is abundant enough to blow anyone's mind. And this. Puppies, kitties, animals. And this. Yeah. When I say abundance, I mean any and all of those things. So, yes, money is included in it, but it's not all what I'm talking about. I like this word. We're going back through them? Okay. I like the word resources, because resources lets us know that it could be anything. So you can use all those words interchangeably. That's what abundance is to us. And the main points were there's only one source. I already said it. That one source is always here. Nothing that we have to try to go find. It's always here already. It provides everything. And I used for us this Ernest Holmes quote, which is perfect again for today, but this is how I recapped last week. Ernest Holmes, our founder, says, "Remember that God is the silent power behind all things, always ready to pour into our experience that which we need. We must have a receptive and positive faith in the evidence of things not seen with the physical eye, but which are eternal in spirit. All is mind," capital M, mind, just another name for God. "All is mind, and we must provide a receptive avenue for it." And the way I ended us last week was asking you to imagine that I was God. Of course, I had my phone with that. I am. Imagine I'm the one only. If you know me, you know why that makes me laugh. But just pretend that I'm God. And pretend that this pitcher of water is everything you could ever need. And the way I ended us last week was I came out to pour it, seeing nothing to pour it into. I ended us by saying, well, whenever you're ready, it's always there. Wait, That's how I ended us last week. That's the recap. Now here's how I begin this week. Imagine that I'm God. This is everything you could possibly ever want or need. I'm going to come out to pour it now. Oh, now look. Look. I want you to look. Look. Oh, look how little. Look at over. Oh, now we're coming. This is not wrong. Look at these. There you go. Now we're talking. We got some big stuff to pour into, right? All right, you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is going to fall short, so let me go show you what I really would love to do to make this demonstration. It's just going to flow, and I can fill every single bucket, big or small. It's not really hooked up to anything, so I'm not sure, so don't worry. Just to make the visual for us. You really get it with that, don't you? Some people had little tiny containers they were holding up. Some people had great big containers that they were holding up. That's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to expand on that idea. Let me go back, though, just a little bit, and let me go back to 3 teachings from Jesus. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, loved Jesus' teachings. Not so much the stories that came after his life, but the things that he actually taught are really powerful. And this particular church has all kinds of them. Here's 3. Some sort of it is done unto you as you believe. Sometimes he said it in a way that said, well, by your faith it is done unto you. Same idea. As you measure, it will be measured to you. That I'm going to talk about a whole lot next week. I'm going to elaborate on that piece. It's measured to you as you measure. And then the last one is when you pray, believe you receive. Those 3 put together, I think he's teaching abundance. Yes? He's teaching abundance. It's done unto you as you believe. It's going to be measured out to you and you are doing the measuring. And when you pray, believe it, something's going to happen. These 3 teachings of Jesus are very much a part of what we believe here. So let me tell you what the 3 main points are for today. So if you forget anything else, here's the main points for today. And I'm going to start with Ernest Holmes again. He has a whole lot to say about this. And so I really try to whittle it down, and it's tough. There is no great and no small to the soul that may have thought. Then we may experience a greater good because we have conceived it. Therefore, our belief, done unto you as you believe. Our belief sets the limit to our demonstration of a principle which of itself is without limit. It is ready to fill everything because it is infinite. So, it is not a question of its willingness nor of its ability. It is entirely, it's entirely a question of our own receptivity. That's what our work is. What we're saying over and over and over again is that the Spirit, the Source, God, whatever the heck you want to call it, is already providing. It doesn't know anything about little or big. It is willing and able to provide everything. And it's about our own receptivity. Spirit withholds absolutely nothing. It is our own doubt that blocks our own. Sometimes, I remember when I was a new student of this, I really hated hearing that. I hated it. Because I looked at it as, oh my goodness, well my limitation is my own darn fault. That's how I heard it. Take away the word fault and just replace the word accountability or responsibility. The good news is when I started to shift it, it no longer was, oh my gosh, I hate this because that means my limitation is because of my own doubt. Once I started to learn that I can change my mind, now the good news is, oh, good. All this good now is because I removed the doubt. That's all our job is to remove the doubt. Spirit withholds nothing. It's just our doubt that gets in our way. Ernest Holmes, in one thing I read, in very bold letters, said, stop limiting God. Wow, how easy. So you can take that home in your head, very easy. Picture it in big, bold letters. Stop limiting I'm going to say source because I like that better. Stop limiting source.